So, I'm going to talk about some nutrition myths revolving around timing and frequency of eating. Okay? So, let's get away from the light there, that's a bit annoying. Okay, so this is inspired basically by a chat I was having with a group yesterday who just finished a weight loss course. And when they were asking me questions, and when I was indeed asking them questions about things that they thought knew and had learned, there was a lot of things that I was like, whoa, is that true? Oh no, I've been wasting my time doing this, and like I told you this, not that, and there was a lot of confusion. Well, by the end there wasn't confusion, okay, but essentially they thought a lot of things are true that aren't, and so I'm just going to go through the main ones now so that you know, so you don't waste your time. Now, the main one is, well, let's look at it. It's the issue of eating breakfast in the morning and eating more frequently. They supposedly boost your metabolism. And then finally, eating after a certain time, or certainly carbohydrates after a certain time, will lead to weight gain because it will sit in your stomach or something like that. They're all illogical and they're all wrong, okay? Now, why? I've talked about this in another video. Your metabolism, i.e. energy expenditure, all it is the number of calories you burn at rest, which is determined by your weight minus the fat. It is exercise induced, when you do exercise to burn calories. It's non-exercise induced, like me swiveling on the chair and doing silly hand gestures. And it is the number of calories that takes your body to digest food, which is obviously determinant on the amount of food you put in, not when. Okay, that's it. Does eating breakfast affect any of those? No. Does meal frequency affect any of those? No. So they're nonsense, okay? Having breakfast may stop you eating more rubbish later in the day, so it can be good. And eating frequent meals can stop you eating rubbish. And if you're trying to build muscle, you get frequent protein in, that can be good. But if it works for you, do it. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it. If it suits your goals, do it. If it doesn't suit your goals, don't do it. Intermittent fasting has been obviously some people work really well on that, and so obviously the meal frequency is super low. But it's the overall, the amount is and what. So how much and what food is 100 million infinity is more important than when. Now, if you're an elite level athlete, or if you suffer from cravings and things like that, then you can look at manipulating the timing from a psychological and hormonal perspective to make sure that, as I say, you don't eat the things that you shouldn't be eating, and you can maybe make a small bit of difference. But for 99 people out of 100, it's what you eat and it's not when you eat it. Okay? The issue of eating late in the day has the same effect. Now, there's even a method called carb backloading that's gained a lot of weight in the last sort of 5 to 10 years, of eating carbohydrates later on in the day, where you essentially run down your stores of glycogen, top them up in the evening. They'll get stored in the muscles and the liver won't get stored as fat. And that can work really well. So as long as I wouldn't advise that you eat immediately before you head into pillow, but a couple hours before, absolutely not a problem, not at all. So to wrap it all up, you may want to eat breakfast to stop you eating poor food later in the day, but it does not boost your metabolism. You may, and I would have a high-fat breakfast, okay? You may want to eat frequently if you're looking to build, maintain muscle, if it stops you craving things, and if it means that that improves your quality of food intake. But it does not boost your metabolism. Now, in terms of eating later on in the day, don't see an issue with that. By the time you're headed to the pillow at night, if you've got roughly the amount of carbs, proteins, fats and calories that you need to maintain, to gain, to lose, whatever it is your goal, whether you eat them in one meal, whether you eat them in 6 meals, whether you eat them mostly after 6 p.m, mostly before midday, doesn't really matter, okay? Really doesn't really matter. And that's that, okay? Any questions? Please ask me. Comment, like, share. chrisbellpt.com, Chrisbell Personal Trainer on Facebook. Got some exciting new news to give you soon about some different developments in business. That's it.